Hey guys, Seven Sins here and welcome to my stream room, gaming room, content room, whatever it may be. Anyway, you guys don't normally get to see this because there's normally a big ass green screen just right behind me. So this is what my games room looks like. So this video is for anyone who has bought a mirrorless camera or thinking of upgrading to a mirrorless camera and are worried about, do we need to upgrade the kit lens like I have here on my Canon M200, or do we need to get a prime lens new one like this one here, which is a Samyang 12mm f.2 lens, which is what I use on my stream primarily. So do you need to upgrade? Well, in this video, let's find out. If you want to see what this Samyang lens looks like, you are more than welcome to come to my stream every Monday, Thursday and Sunday. Come in, link is just down below. Come in, come check it out and come and see what this lens looks like. So if you are looking to upgrade your stream and you're going to get yourself a mirrorless camera, or you have already got a mirrorless camera and upgraded that part of your stream setup, you may have seen many videos saying don't use the kit lens, get rid of it, go out and buy yourself a nice new lens. Now obviously that comes with another expense involved when you just forked out like I have, $500, £500, whatever it may be, on your nice new expensive camera, and you're instantly told get rid of the kit lens, it serves no purpose. Well, here we are on my Canon M200 with its 15-45 zoom kit lens. I think it looks pretty good. We know it looks good. I'm in focus, the picture quality looks good, we've got a nice wide shot, everything looks great. There's nothing wrong with a kit lens, especially for streaming in that sense. You know, it's going to be great. So what are the advantages of the kit lens? Well, if you're new into streaming or the content creation type things, the kit lens has got a variable zoom like this has. I can go as wide as this, 215. Excuse me, I do apologize. But we can also zoom into, you know, tighter shots so you can't see as much of the background as such. And we can zoom back out, so it does have various purposes and will help you along the content creation world. Nothing wrong with that. So because it's a zoom lens and there's lots of moving parts, it does have some downsides, right? So what are the downsides of my particular kit lens? Well, the aperture of the lens, which is how open you can get the lens, only goes down to f3.5, which is what this is. And as you zoom in, as we get tighter on my face, it goes up to 6.3, I think. We'll double check and put it on screen if it's different. But also, because of the aperture restrictions and we can't let as much light into the lens, I have got to bump up the ISO, which is the digital brightness of a camera, all the way up to 1000 to achieve this really nice look, nicely exposed shot, and everything looks hunky-dory, right? But with that comes, if you just look over this shoulder where the blue light is on the wall, you can just see some distortion there, you know, a little bit of noise, nothing major. You're probably never even going to see it on a stream. You might even never pick it up on a YouTube video. It just depends, but it's there and it is just something to be aware of. Of course, it's variable zoom. You can get different shots in your YouTube videos, different shots on your stream, depending on what you want to do. If you've just bought a camera like this and you're just using it as one gameplay screen, you haven't got different scenes, you can get that nice tight look on your face. Doesn't have to do it. If you're just using a green screen maybe, then the lens itself doesn't matter. As long as you can get a nice exposed shot, you're absolutely hunky-dory. So what are the advantages of upgrading to a lens like this Samyang 12mm lens, or any other prime lens depending on what it is you need? Well, streamers do have dark rooms. If you're a gamer and you don't have a dark room, can you be considered a gamer? Can you really? So with the wider aperture, because this goes down to f2, you can let a lot more light in. You can reduce the ISO as well, so that digital brightness comes down because you're letting more light into the sensor, and then hopefully the noise where that blue light is just goes away so slightly, and you get a better looking shot overall in things. So okay, so let's talk about this lens a little bit more briefly before I stick it on and show you guys. It is a 12mm wide lens, so it's a little bit wider And because this is a crop sensor, it is the equivalent of a 4-frame 19 or 20mm lens. So we are going to widen this shot out quite a bit, which we'll get into in a minute. It also has a larger aperture, so hopefully I can show you and it comes up across. So you should be able to see there, please. There we go. So that's f22, so it is quite tight. And as I turn it, you can see it opening all the way up to f2. So it is quite wide, and that just allows a lot of light back into the sensor. So because you can get a lot more light in, you can reduce the ISO down on the camera, that digital brightness again, and then you will get less grainy effects, less distortion in the backgrounds, in those darker areas or the whiter areas, and things will just look a lot cleaner. I did buy this lens myself. I bought it off her site, which is a second-hand site, MPB, I believe it is. I will link it down below where I got it from, so please check that out. It cost me £189 or $189, depending on where you come from. And I think it's a very good second-hand lens. There is a slight scratch on the lens, but it really doesn't affect the actual overall look. So enough of me talking about it. Let's get it on the camera so you guys can see what it looks like. Please pay attention to this shot right now. So Captain Price just up the top there, so you can see him there, and then the blue light that's just down here in the left hand corner behind me, and also the artwork tapestry thing just there, that black thing. Pay close attention to all those bits. Pay attention to how, like, in focus everything is in the shot, and when I swap this over, hopefully you guys can see a difference. So by the power of editing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here we have the Samyang 12mm lens. Can you just spot the differences there with Captain Price just up there, the black tapestry there, and then this blue light here? You can actually see the guitar case. So you actually get a wider field of view with the 12mm lens because it's wider than the 15mm kit lens. And just for those who can see, there's the kit lens right there. That's what we were using before. And now we have the Samyang on. As I say, I paid around £189 for it. A little bit of shipping, but you can see the look we've got. Now, just so you know, we've had to reduce some settings on the camera. So we've dropped the ISO from 1000 down to 400. So we get less of that digital brightness. And as you can see, the blue light over this shoulder, I have to keep looking, this shoulder here, you don't see that noisiness around the fringing of that blue light edge. And that's because we're letting a lot more light into the camera, so we don't have to boost the brightness up. And I think it's a really, really good shot. It's all right me saying that this is a good looking lens. What do you guys think of the actual quality of this lens plugged in the camera? You can see it with me. Let me know in the comments below if you like how this lens looks. I'm actually quite interested to know if you actually guys do like it. So I really do like it, but let me know if you guys like it too. So let's just talk about the overall image. I've got it up on my screen right here now as well, so I can look at it as well. So I think it looks really sharp. I'm a little bit more set back. I'm not quite as in your face as I normally would be with the last lens, which I think is a nice feeling for me, and perhaps a nice feeling for you guys as well. I'm not like in your face now. Obviously you can see Captain Price, you can see a little bit more of my room. Everything is sharp and in focus. And you've also got just that little bit of background blur. You can just see on the amplifier just about there, that little box, it's there. The 333, if I move this way a bit more, one sec. Symbol on the middle of the amplifier there, that white symbol, just there, is all blurred out now as well. So you've got that depth of field now, you've got that nice blurriness. I think it's really, really nice. I think for just chatting in my streams, I think it's fantastic. If you're a streamer, should you buy a wider lens? It kind of depends, really. It depends on what you're going to be doing as a streamer. For me, I spent hours and hours and hours researching different lenses, different focal lengths, what's going to work, what's not going to work. I've been watching streamers and streams even. So I think for my intermission scene and my just chatting streams, this lens, this view is going to be absolutely fantastic for me. I'm really, really happy with the way that this looks. So if you want that wide field of view, this type of lens is going to be fantastic for you. But are there any downsides to having this type of lens? Well, If I didn't mention it before, or I forgot to mention, this is a manual focus lens. So yes, you do have to focus this lens in. Some people may not want to do that. You may not want to do that even. And your kit lens then will be better for you. Autofocus lens might be better for you as well. You can get autofocus lenses, but they do tend to run a little bit more higher priced. So there's that trade-off there again, because there's more moving parts in the lens. For me, it's a little wheel. Just take some time looking at your OBS screen or your slob screen, full screen it, make sure you're in focus. I think I'm about 1 meter away from here. I'll just check 1 sec. Yeah, I'm about 1 meter away from the camera, so I still have freedom of movement. I can get a little bit closer, I can get a little bit further back, and I'm still in focus in the lens. So if you are a bit more of an animated streamer than I am, you can move around on your stream and you're not going to go in and out of focus all the time. If you do like to move around your room quite often during your streams or during your content creation, then an autofocus lens is definitely going to be better for you. So if you're a streamer, should you buy a wide angle lens like this? Well, it really kind of depends on the type of content that you're producing. If you've just got one single scene where it's just you and the gameplay and a camera border, no, you don't need a wide angle lens. You could get away with the kit lens all day long, no problem. If you are a just chatting streamer, or you have 2 scenes, 2-3 scenes in your streams where you show off more of your room, that type of thing, then a wider angle lens is definitely going to help you out. You can see more of your space, you can see more of that. If you are a bit further away off the screen, if you will, the depth of field is a lot different. You get that nice blurrier background, that type of thing. Then a nice prime lens like this is going to be absolutely fantastic for you, and I think it will improve your stream overall. The main thing to maybe say is, if you're happy with your kit lens, then you don't need to upgrade. Like my kit lens has been absolutely fantastic in the time that I've been using it, since like January, February, whenever it may be, when I bought the camera. So I think overall the kit lenses are absolutely fantastic for streamers. But again, if you are looking to upgrade and you've got the use case scenario for a wider angle lens, then by all means go and get it. You don't need to break the bank. There are plenty of second-hand options or used options you guys can use and get hold of. I do recommend the Samyang lens. I think it looks great. As I say, let me know in the comments if you think it looks good as well. And with that, I'm going to leave it there. So if you do like the look of this lens, make sure you come and check my streams out on a Monday, Thursday and a Sunday. I do stream live on Twitch, mainly at 8 PM BST UK time. Remember that, it's important. And I will hopefully see you guys soon. Have fun, no matter what you do. Enjoy your streams and come back for more. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye for now.